Memphis, 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 Memphis. Nothing but Memphis.
That's right, guys. Nothing but Memphis is what you're going to get right here on the Captain's Log with your host, Brandon, a.k.a. The Captain. Episode 3. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Want to get right into this one, man. Had some big news happen over the weekend, Easter weekend. Hope everyone had a good Easter, all those who celebrate. The Boats got a deal with a radio broadcast partner. News Talk 98.9 over in Memphis, The Roar. I actually got a chance to jump on with Nation of Jake over there, so go check out them on Twitter. You can find them on my Twitter at USFL_Showboats. Got a link to their page on there, and they're the second team in the league to have a radio broadcast partner besides the Panthers up in Detroit. So awesome to see. Just another thing that shows Memphians that hey, this league is around to stay, and they plan on showing you that by getting ingratiated into the community, and a radio partner like this, absolutely awesome. They're going to broadcast all the games for you. Got play-by-play. They're going to have a pregame show every Thursday. They're going to have a Todd Haley coaches show at 7:30 at one of the local restaurants in Memphis. And it's awesome, man. Going to be tuned into that. I know I am. And it was a bittersweet Easter weekend for some of these guys. Cuts were this weekend on Saturday for the USFL rosters around the league to get down to that 50-man limit for week 1. By the time this episode comes out, I'm recording on Monday. So Wednesday we'll have 3 days, man. 3 days left. Saturday is it. Week 1 kicks off. Showboats kick off back in Memphis. First time since the 80s. What a time, guys. What a time to be alive and covering sports and covering alternative football. It's awesome. So, like I said, some guys had to get cut. Always hate to see it, but that's the nature of the beast. First up, we saw L.B. Mack, linebacker. I mean, the man was named for the position. I was really excited when he got announced as a free agent signing this offseason. Thought he was going to stick around, but it just tells me maybe the linebackers we do have are a damn good core. So can't wait to see what they get going on out there. Also saw wide receiver John Vea Johnson from Toledo. He was released as well, and running back Kareth White from Florida Atlantic University, both released. Wish those guys nothing but the best. If you check on the Fox Sports roster page right now, the Showboats are at 51 players. They have one inactive player, offensive lineman Cedarius Hutcherson, plays along the interior offensive line. So that gives them that 51 number. And they also have Kazeen Daniels, edge rusher. He is on injured reserve. Just got placed there this week. So that's what the roster looks like. Week 1 roster. Just going to go through it real quick for you guys. I think quarterbacks, same quarterbacks we've seen all camp. QB1's Brady White. Going to see him trot out there with the boys. Back in Memphis, hometown hero. His stat is ridiculous in Memphis. He's like 19-1, I'm pretty sure is the stat, at playing in Memphis. So let's see if we can keep that record going. Got the Stars coming into town, so going to be a tough one. But like I said, Brady White, QB1. Running back situation, we got 3 running backs now after the cut with Kareth White. Running back 1 is going to be Alex Collins. I would have to assume he's got a lot of experience in the running back position. Played a good little chunk of time in the NFL. Could be one of those guys. I think personally one of those guys getting slept on this year. There's a lot of great running backs in the USFL. You got your Reggie Corbins, your Darius Victors, your Bo Scarboroughs. I think Alex poised to have a great season and really jump on the scene and show you guys, show the NFL guys, like, hey, he's still got a few years left in the tank and seems like he wants to keep playing ball. So also think it might be a thunderstorm. I think it's like a 50% chance of thunderstorms at Memphis for this Saturday kickoff. So could see a heavy dose of Alex Collins in the run game. to get the season started, and I'm here for it. Like to see how that gets going. Wide receiver room, we got 7 wide receivers, including Osiris Mitchell, who the Boats have recently just picked up. He was with the Stallions last year, had a heck of a season with the Stallions last year. In a loaded wide receiver room, I think he still made top 15 in receiving yards. And got some familiar faces coming back from the Bandits of last year. Got Vinny Papali Jr., Derek Dillon, Rashard Davis, John Franklin III, and a couple of newcomers like DJ Myers. Real excited for him. Seen him just balling on all the camp highlights. Social media team's been showing him a lot of love. He seems well deserving of it. I mean, dude's making crazy contorted catches in the end zone, getting 2 feet inbounds in the touchdown against the Breakers at the scrimmage. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. And the wide receiver room we saw Rashard Davis and Derek Dillon last year. Rashard handled punt return duties, and Dillon handled the kickoff return duties. So be interesting to see if those guys go back to there. John Franklin III also handled some kickoff duties. He actually had 9 kickoff returns, averaging 24 yards per return on those 9. So pretty good. Might see John Franklin slide into a more predominant kickoff return role. I think he was a little banged up last season. Might be why Dillon was over there more, but Dillon and Davis both good enough to be return men, or they could just focus on being that receiver role. Could see maybe Ryan McDaniel slide into that return role. John Vea Johnson, who was released, saw him on the training camp highlights doing some return duties, so thought maybe he was going to stick around to do that. But as we see, he was released, so going to be interesting in general to see how this whole wide receiver room stacks out. I think it's just absolutely loaded. Again, the whole team slept on. Whole Boats team slept on. Nobody's impressed with any of our off-season acquisitions. Blah, 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 blah. Whatever. We got Todd Haley coming back, Brady White coming back. 2 guys that are going to be instrumental in keeping that consistency from last year over to this year. So I think that weighs a lot, as far as advantages go, just that continuity from last year. So tight end room, we got 3 dudes in the tight end room. I think J.J. Wilson will be our tight end 1. Got John Mitchell. He's listed as a wide receiver, but he's been practicing with the tight ends all camp. Also have Daniel Helm. We got 8 total offensive linemen. I believe the starting lineup would look something like Matt Burrell Jr. at center. Corbin Kaufusi and Jerron Jones are both returning from last year, as well as Burrell. So Jerron Jones was all USFL tackle last year. So see Kaufusi and Jones slide back into some tackle position. Probably see Malik Clark and Quan Stallworth in the interior next to Matt. And I would like to see Sadarius Hutcherson. Like I said, he was inactive. I'd like to see him be active because I'm always down for more big dudes. Them guys get tired out there. This spring league goes into the summer, so it gets hotter as it goes, as opposed to like NFL season where it gets colder as it goes. So need the big boys getting some rotation. So I would like to see a couple more offensive linemen, maybe one more. Sadarius being that one. Got the defensive side now. We got 5 edge rushers with Kazeen Daniels on IR, leaving us with 4 total right now active. Big Cat Bryant, Jeff McCulloch, Jordan Williams, and Jeremiah Valoaga. Valoaga and McCulloch are from last year. I think McCulloch and Bryant probably 1 and 2 right there. Got 4 defensive tackles: John Atkins, Dylan Famatau, Dalen Mack, and Viane Moala. A lot of big dudes up in there. A lot of Polynesian pride on this team. A lot of big ooses out there. Okay. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing some names. I'm giving it my best, guys. Got 6 linebackers. So linebacker room should be stacked. I mean, we got returners like Anthony Butler, Greg Reeves, and TJ Neal, along with Aaron Hansford, Nate Hall, and Malik Lawal. Newcomers for this year. Going to be interesting to see how that shakes out as well. Cornerbacks and safeties. We got 5 corners right now, at least listed as corners on Fox Sports. Could see a little bit of change up there. USFL was real non-existent, I would say, giving us depth charts last year. So going to be interesting to see if we get depth charts this year. Would be nice for some of us that gamble and play fantasy. So would be nice to see that. But just kind of a total crapshoot until we see week 1, unless they release some depth charts. So just going off of guys from last year, I think most of the guys from last year probably get the first starts, and then we'll see either rotation after that or maybe somebody took someone's job in camp. So we'll see how that shakes out. For corners, we got a couple newcomers like Troy Warner and Kareem Darrington. Troy Warner played at BYU, younger brother of NFL linebacker Fred Warner on the 49ers. So excited to see what he can do. He had a pretty good day at the scrimmage, I heard, against the Breakers. So over at safety, got Kyrie Woods, Antonio Reed, Lamont McFadder, and Stephen Griffin. Reed and Griffin are both from last year's Bandit squad. So should see those two probably get the start at safety. Got a brand new kicker this year, Alex Kessman, out of Pitt. He was NCAA leader or record holder for, I believe, most field goals made over 50 yards, or like most accurate field goal kicker. I think he only missed like 2 or 3 field goals over 50 yards his whole college career. Holds the record. Go look it up. Dude's a stud. Makes the long ball look easy. And that's something that Tyler Rousa loved the dude, but he had a tough time last year making some of those longer kicks. So good to see Haley kind of address some of those issues. 3 points is better than no points. And a missed field goal is a big demoralizer. Lets the team feel not so hot about what they just put on out there. So glad to see Alex. Hopefully he can remedy some of those missed kicks that we had from last year. All USFL punter from last year returning, Brandon Wright. No worries about the punt game. And like I said, guys, week 1's this Saturday, 4:30 Eastern time. Stars coming to town with their odds-on favorite USFL MVP quarterback, Mr. Case the Chef Cookus over there. Love Case. Great amount of respect for Case. But I hope to see the Showboats go out there and give them a hard time, make them look less than MVP caliber. Maybe, get them shaken for the first season. This will be the only time we play the Stars this season. So, I mean, he can go on and win every game after this. That would be great. He can go win his MVP. Cool. Good for him. But this game, Case, you're going down. And thank you guys for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button. Still trying to give away that Kevontae Turpin jersey. Signed, Dallas Cowboys. We want to give it to you. Just need 400 or so subscribers. So tell your friend, tell their friend, and then boom, we'll have 1,000 subscribers. Maybe your friend will win the jersey and he'll be real nice and give it to you. So with that being said, guys, go Boats. Starting the weekend 1-0. Let's go, baby.